Boots on the ground. Sunshine Shoulder. The real nitty-gritty. Sunshine Shoulder. Boots on the ground. Sunshine Shoulder. The real nitty-gritty. Sunshine Shoulder. Boots on the ground. Sunshine Shoulder. The real nitty-gritty. Sunshine Shoulder. Boots on the ground.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you're watching from, thank y'all for joining me today. Welcome to my new viewers and new subscribers. Shout out to the NTZ crew for all that you do to make this a safe and respectable live stream. I actually lost half of my NTZ crew. They haven't been showing up lately. Hopefully they'll show up today. I see John's on here. Sam Champion, what's up? Alan Fisk, what's going on? Yeah, we're going to talk about that today, Alan. The subject today is the 9 to 5 scam. Is it real? What can we do to avoid it? You know, why do so many people continue to fall for it? And when I talk about a 9 to 5 scam, you know, I was talking to JH and he said, you know, we work 40 plus years so we get 65. You can retire, get your pension, and then you may be around for 10 years or less. Most of us men, far less than that. I just had a good friend of mine, JT Noble, in Louisville, Kentucky. He was 71. So if you do the math, he enjoyed his he worked, I believe, to 67. He retired at 67, so he had 4 years or less to enjoy his retirement, guys. I don't know if that's fair or not, but it is what it is. Hey, Kente Dynasty says, good day, Calvin. My studio session got canceled, so I'm here early. And damn the scam. I'm less than a year out from leaving the Matrix. I hear you, brother. John Wells said, hey, yes, Calvin, I can't stay long. I have a few things to do this morning. I'll try to make it back later. Yeah, I won't be on here that long today because I'm going to buy the LTO lunch today, 11:30. What's up, Ron Bizzle? But yeah, I do have some good news to start out with. Cebu Pacific, you know, that's the budget airline here. My favorite airline here. They've announced that 6 domestic destinations have eased their travel restrictions. Cebu Province, Pagadian, Negros Occidental, where I live, Guimaras, which is in Iloilo. What's the other one? Tacloban and Butuan City. They no longer require a RT-PCR or antigen test for entry into their territory. I mean, this is big news, guys. I mean, now when you go to Cebu, you will need a medical certificate, but that's nothing. You just go to the city health, they do a x-ray, write you a certificate, that's nothing. Pagadian, you need a government-issued ID. And for the other 4 places, a vaccination card. You have to have at least 14 days from the second dose if you're using a vaccine that has 2 doses, or 14 days from the time you took the single dose if you took a vaccine that only requires 1 dose. I mean, man, that's big news, man. That's almost like, I mean, that is opening up their areas. I could go to Cebu now if I wanted to. All I have to do is go over here and get a medical certificate 24 hours before I arrive. That's nothing, guys. I promise you, this is great, great news. You know, now, if I wanted to go over to Toledo, Cebu, and come right back, I could do that because to get back into Negros Occidental, I don't need that art. Now, they didn't say anything about a quarantined, but they just said that you no longer need that test to get in and out of here, man. You know, and that's what's been stopping a lot of people. They're afraid of that test, man. And I don't blame them. Like I tell y'all before, when I took that test the first time, it was early on in the game. It went down both sides of my nostril, both sides of my throat. I didn't know whether to call the police or the ambulance, man. They assaulted me. Hey, you dirty puppy, he says, what's it say? He says, that's Hollywood, baby. That's what's up. Hey, Bobby G, you dirty puppy said new rules will allow vaccination card. Yeah. Internegroes Occidental. Guimaras is really a nice place, guys. White sand beach. It's really not a beach. It's like a sandbar, but it's really nice. Tacloban and Butuan City. What's up, JH? You gave me the idea for this chat today, man. So come on, let's talk about it. I jumped off the hamster wheel at 55. I knew a long time ago the numbers didn't add up, guys. I wasn't going to work a job, which, by the way, most of us hate our jobs anyway. I didn't say all of us. I said most of us. And the ones who are fortunate enough to work on a job where you don't hate it, it's still a job. You still have to punch the clock. You still got to be there for 8, 10, 12 hours, whatever it is. So is it a fair exchange? Or are we just prostituting ourselves? Because I don't think nothing's more valuable than our time. Time, then health, I guess, then money, I guess, you know. But, yeah, you work until you're 65. You get, in my friend's case, he got about 3.5 years to enjoy his retirement. He was dead. Mulano, the travel boy, thanks for that super chat. So Americans can enter Cebu now. No, not unless you already have a valid visa. 13A, 9A, student visa. You got a business, something like that. No. Valid buying visa, you're married to a Filipina. No. These are domestic destinations, Mulano, travel boy, that's opened this up. And it's a great sign, Milano, because the Philippines is going to have to open up domestically before they can open up internationally. But this is such a big deal to me. I mean, the deal breaker was the damn test, guys. People didn't want to take that test. Hey, Jacob Tanjay, thanks for joining us, man. And I apologize to the NTZ crew. I forgot to give y'all a shout out, but I put it in my comments when we did the panel the other day. But I'm going to tell y'all something that's so funny. This is from Russian and not reading. Okay, remember I've got the ballot buying box from Jefferson Jr. in Apopka, Florida. Well, guess what? He sent me 2 big bottles of oil of Olay. Well, I'm like, wow, thanks, buddy, for that lotion, I'm thinking. So, you know, I take my shower, you know, because if you look on my the last live stream I had, man, my face is so shiny, and then later on the day it got the burning, and I was wondering what the hell's going on. And my girlfriend was putting it on at night before she goes to bed, because she said it's too sticky during the day. She didn't like it. Come to find out, man, that it wasn't lotion, it was body wash. So I'm putting body wash on me, going around the city, leaving it on my face, by the way. Man, my face is just now recovering, man. It started burning, and it was body wash, guys. It wasn't lotion. I thought that was funny. Look at my face now. Go on to my last live stream I did, man. I was shiny, man. I'll tell you what. Hey, thanks. Retired 2019 said, Calvin, I did 30 years and now I have a pension and health care for exchange. Yeah, but for how long, retired 2019, are you going to have that? That's what I'm saying. Is it a fair exchange? Do you think you're going to enjoy that for 30 years is what we're saying? Then it would be a fair exchange, in my opinion. I could be wrong. 2019. Yeah. Yeah, Bobby G. Really. It was only today because she got up and she had a rash around her. She's like, I wonder where I got that from. And I said, it's probably that oil of Olay. Maybe, here's what I said. I said, maybe it's an old batch. Maybe he sent us some old lotion. So I went and got it and I looked at it. It was body wash, Bobby G. Retired 2019. That's what I'm saying. You get it until you die. But do you think that you're going to enjoy that for 30 years? Probably not. That's the scam we're saying. You work till you retire. How old were you when you retired? 65? You know, how many years you think you're going to be able to enjoy that? And I mean really enjoy it. I don't mean receive it. Hell, you be on a damn bed in your damn house, you know, hooked up to IVs and stuff, IV drips. There's no way to enjoy your vacation. But yeah, Jason Flynn said, LOL, I thought you knew that. I was tripping on how shiny you were the other day. Laughed my ass off. I wish that was a vlog. Oh my God. That would have been 2 million views, hands down. Yeah, man, I was crazy. I was shining, brother. I ain't gonna lie. Logan Addis Music says, did you get the Vax cap? So which one? I did. And remember over here, I didn't really have a choice. I took that CoronaVac, the Sinovac, and we know you won't get into that, but I'm just glad I got something. Now, she took Pfizer yesterday because she thought that's where her rash was coming from. I'm like, look, it hasn't even gotten your system yet. You're talking about a damn rash. She said, you know, because over here, that's why they're afraid to death to take the vaccine, right? And I was like, before you start panicking, come to find out, we're putting body lotion on like it's body wash on like it's lotion. Man, I'm telling you, that is a sticky feeling. What's up, Lynn San Diego 102, trying to get you on. Yeah, Clayton Mary said, read the label, brother. I don't know what made me, I just thought it was, when I seen the oil of Olay, Clayton, I didn't even know they had a body wash. I just took for granted that it was lotion. Because my mother used to use oil of Olay lotion. Because if you look back on that video, I'm saying, man, he sent me these 2 big things of oil of Olay lotion. Probably cost a fortune over here. It was body wash, man. Imagine going around all day with that stuff stuck on your face. Cheetah Child, this is funny. He says, I thought you were shining because you was happy about the new house. But no, she was panicking. I was like, hold on now. John G said, retired 2019. I'm confused why Calvin is saying against you doing 30 years and getting money and health insurance until you're dead. That's all positive. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. I applaud him for that, John G. You're missing the point altogether. Okay, he works 30 years. He retires at 65. But he dies at 72 or whatever. Is that a fair exchange? That's what we're asking. We're not saying what he did. Anybody that can stay on a job, stay in the military, whatever it is, your business, for that long, and you're able to get that retirement, I have to tip my hat to you. Very few of us are able to do that. I did 18 years in the insurance business. That was enough for me. Anybody can do 30 years at Ford, GE, or whatever, you know, and get as a fireman, policeman, nurse. I mean, they should be applauded for that. But what we're saying is, Is it a fair exchange? Okay, 2019, he got his now. How old are you 2019? You didn't tell us. If he gets that at 65 and he dies at 70, is that a good exchange, John G? That's what I'm saying. Now, this is what we're saying right here. This is the other end of it. See, Mark Ratner says, I retired at 50 with close to 30 years working. I should be fine and will ride it out to the sunset, God willing. No way I could have done it without planning for 20 years. Yeah, see, now, you're one of those where we're saying, is there a way to, is there something we can do, to make it, put it more in our favor? And I guess the less the younger you are when you retire. Hey, Jason Flint, thanks for the super chat. He says, a friend of mine retired after 30 years, was so happy to finally travel, went to DR, was having a great time, then got sick and died 7 days into his retirement. The hamster wheels is a facade. Is that how you pronounce that? But it is. And that's where I'm saying, Jason, so many people do it that we spend our best years on the job. We spend our best years on the hamster wheel. I don't care what they give you at 20, when you retire at 65. You're not 35. Your best years are behind you. And that's all we're saying. Now, Yusuf Omar Habib says, I'm hoping to live off dividends by the time I'm 43. That's a great plan, see? I jumped off the hamster wheel. Oh, facade. Sorry, I love the chime. Thank you. My man, sometimes, I knew that's what that meant, but sometimes, man, I lose my train of thought. Sometimes my mind gets cloudy. But thank you, I love the chime. We have to have some type of plan, guys. Who wants to enjoy your life only for a few years? Hollywood Baby, now he's a fireman. He said at Papa, I think it's Papa Kiko. He said, congratulations, brother. I pray that you get at least 36 years after retirement. I must have missed something. Okay, now see, I didn't know this. See, you're on the other end. You did do something. You retired earlier. See, he said, Calvin, I retired at 56. I've lost 35 pounds. Also, no wife and kids. It's been 2 years. Life is great. Yeah. See, you're probably going to get yours then. You didn't go to 65. The 9 to 5 scam is work for 40 plus years, because that's what you would have did if you were retired at 65. Retired at 65. And then here's the kicker, y'all. And I said this on my Facebook. I said, how nice are these devils? If you delay it to 67, they're going to give you extra money and extra benefits and extra privileges, by the way. As if, because they know, guys. Look, let me explain something to you that I didn't know until I started working in the insurance business, specifically the Medicare business in 2006. I didn't know where they got that 65 and you can retire at. And a lot of us don't know. They didn't pull that out of the thin blue sky, guys. They knew that was the life expectancy when they came out with that. Okay, that's what I want to tell you guys. They knew that you were going to be dead at 65. I think the life expectancy in 1913 or whenever they started this, you can retire at 65 stuff, was actually like 62 years old. Now, of course, we're living longer, but is it long enough? Is it a fair exchange if I work to 65, 67, and then I get to enjoy it for 4 or 5 years? I don't think so, man. Being a black man, I'm going to tell you something. I can only speak for myself. My life expectancy is about 70. And that's been about, a lot of my friends, man, they died way before that. But JT, he died at 71. I was shocked. He died this year. He was a real good friend of mine. Donald Wigginton said, happiness is everything. Happiness will make you live longer. I agree with what you are saying, however. As a former insurance agent, you are aware of what an actuarial table is. Absolutely. These insurance companies, man, they're so smart. They've got the best mathematicians and everything, actuarials working for them, actuaries rather, working for them. They know how many people from 0 to 80 is going to die every single year, every single day. It's called the table of large numbers. And the government knows this too. They didn't just put, they start making it 67. Some people it's going to be 70 because we're living longer. They're going back and trying to fix this system. They're trying to rig it even more, to their advantage. Because at 65, guys, they knew you were going to be dead. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He said, I talked to a coworker waiting at the time clock. He had one more day to work and retire. He died on the way home with a heart attack going home. And this is the point I'm making, Mike. I don't care how much you love your job. It could be your passion. You're still working. It's still stressful. Especially these second and third shifts, man, where this is stuff, by the way, that man created. We're supposed to be asleep at 2 a.m, and your body's trying to keep you up. It's fighting against itself. Go look it up if you think I'm playing. If you think that working third shift is a good idea. Yeah, see, Frank Tate, this is what we're saying. There's some alternatives. He did 30 years for the U.S. government, retired at 52. People are on to this 9 to 5 scam. Do something, guys. Don't sit there on that job for 40 years at 65 and then you want to come over here. But if that's what you got to do, I'm not knocking you. I'm saying you're just going to have less time to retire. I was talking to a guy the other night. He's 56. He says he's going to do it 2 more years to be 58. Do you have 2 more years, man? See, time is valuable. It's the most valuable commodity you got. You know how much money you got in the bank, but you don't know how much time you got left. But that's what we do, man. We gamble on that. We gamble that we're going to be around for that time. You don't know. I believe it or not, I felt that impending doom, guys. And that's why I jumped off when I did. Yeah, I could have, worked a couple of more years and built my renewals up really nice. I'd be over living like a king. But what good is the money if I'm dead, I got a stroke and walk and, I can't enjoy it? We're talking about enjoying the fruits of our labor. That's what we're talking about today. Yeah, Donald Wilkinson's life insurance companies are betting that you won't live long enough to enjoy it. And not only that, but in the life insurance, the principle of life insurance is the large numbers of us are going to pay for the losses of the few. Very few people actually collect on their life insurance, or health insurance, or car insurance. So the majority of us, the large number, pays for the small. And that's how they get so rich, man. These insurance companies, man, they're some of the richest companies in the United States. Hey, keep it simple. Survivor says, hey, Mr. Calvin. You guys in these, y'all got me, man. X Neil Hello, 415. Do you live in Hawaii, by the way. He said, my best two friends died in their mid-40s. I made a vow to myself, I'm not going out like that with tons of money in the bank. Me either, man. I want to spend, man, because I got news for you. I put this on my Facebook. I said, when are you going to stop saving and start living? Because if you don't spend your money, your kids will, and they're gonna spend it on stupid shit, man. Excuse my language. Okay? All that money you saved up, all your hard work, they're gonna spend it on stupid stuff. It happens all the time. I see it. I'm gonna give my kids their money while I'm alive. You know, they're not gonna fight over anything, and you're not gonna spend. I'm gonna be there at least to be like, okay, if you want to spend it like that. But when you die, I seen it, man, too many times, man. The mother or father dies, leave them that money, man. It's gone in 2 or 3 years. I'm going to spend that money because that's my money. The life insurance is for y'all if I die, once I die. Retired 2019 says, excellent topic. Thanks for that super chat, by the way. He says, I left the plantation and now live life on my own terms. However, most single American women are broke. Absolutely. Most single American men are broke. Let me throw this out here to you. Earl Nightingale wrote this a long time ago. He says they took a survey. They surveyed 100 people at age 25. And, asked them what were their dreams, what were their goals and everything. Fast forward 40 years later, when they were 65, 1 was rich. 4 were financially independent. 40 were dead. And the rest of them were dependent on the government to get by, man. Earl Nightingale did this. He did this a long time ago, back in the 50s, by the way. 100 people at 25 were surveyed. They all were bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. They all had dreams. Fast forward 40 years. Only 1 of the 100 was rich. 4 were financially independent. 40 were dead. So the rest of them barely scraping by, depending on the government to live. Harold Teo. Hey, man, Buntag. He says, I'm getting Social Security 62 next November. Yeah. Let's hope we make it, brother. But that's a great idea. Thanks for the super chat, Retired 2019. He said, Calvin, I had a t-shirt made called Die with Zero, Enjoy Life. And that's my philosophy. It's not trying to be cheap. It's not trying to be stingy and selfish. It's just saying, why did you save all that money? Why'd you do all of that? Just strategic planning, saving, and all that, just to die and not be able to enjoy it. At least spend some of it, guys. That's all I'm saying. Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience. Hey, by the way, guys, when my live stream is over, if y'all want to keep the party going, go over to Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience. He follows me. And he did that. I gave him a suggestion to do that. He's trying to get more viewers, more subscribers. And y'all can kind of help him and kind of shake up his channel because he needs the help. Morning, Smokey. He said channels in slow mo due to a down video card. Oh, okay. What's up, Daryl Fullmore? How long you working to, Daryl? Everybody's got that number. I'm going to put in 2 more years. I'm going to put in 5 more years. I'll be over there in 4 to 7 more years, guys. Do you have that time? Regular Joe Travis said, what's up, Cal? Love that house, brother. Can't wait to come see you in 2022. Man, I hope it's open by then. It looks good, guys, because they're starting to open up domestically. Do me a favor, honey. Bring me that water, the one that's already open. But I came over because I'm an insurance agent, man. I saw too many of my clients, man. They died without enjoying their retirement. Yeah, they died before they enjoyed their retirement. They weren't able to enjoy it, guys. Don F said it's really hard to go from the accumulation phase to the spending down phase. What's so hard about it? You don't want to spend it? Is that what you're doing? Because I asked John, he's made some great investments, and he's never given me a straight answer. He's never told me why. I said, man, when are you going to start spending some of that money, John? I mean, what are you waiting on? I don't get it. Spend some of it. Oh, wait, I didn't read this. I'm sorry, Taco Nomad. He says, I'm 54, got a condo in Cebu and a home in a ski town in Canada. Best of both worlds. Couldn't retire if I stayed in NA full time, but 6 months per year in PI, and I'm so sad. Why work another 10 to 15 years? Absolutely. Who's going to say that you even got for 10 to 15 more years? Daryl Foreman said 4 years, wifey wants the U.S. employment experience. Yeah. And let's hope and pray that you make it, brother, those 4 years. People call me crazy, man. I left the hamster wheel with the bare minimum, but I knew I had a place to come to, and I said, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die with a smile on my face. It's about being happy, man. It's not about, what good is that money going to do, man? If you got all that money and you can't enjoy it, you won't spend it. Hey, retired 2019. Thank you, brother. He said, Calvin, it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast. I stay up for your stream. Sleep is important. It is, especially when you get our age. I've been sleeping a lot better lately. I don't know why. But I've got that infusion tea that I drink at night before I go to bed. It puts me into a deeper sleep. Chuck W. says, everything I have goes to Shriners Hospital, Children's Hospital in Cleveland, per my will. And that's a noble thing, man, to give them a chance, man, a better chance, just a chance. That we take for granted, Chuck, by the way. Hey, Simply Ackers, thanks for joining us. Are you going to be able to join us next week? Frank Ellis says 62 is that number. Yeah. And why wait until whatever that certain number is to start living? I mean, how many weeks of vacation do we really get? I've got a brother, man. I'm telling you, he's 3 years older than me. He was my idol growing up, but he's not my idol anymore. You know why? He looks 20 years older than me. You know why? Because he works all the time. He works so much that his job has to make him take time off. He's accumulated so many sick days, guys. I promise you, he's 60. He's 61. He could retire now. But his job is his life. It's like, he's not, he don't love his job that much, but that's all he's got. I don't want a life like that. I love my brother, but I can't call you my idol anymore if that's your game plan. Hey, believes in everyone. He says, I live in Richmond, Texas, too. Tim. Oh, okay. Simply Actor says, how's life, B? Harold Till says, I'm a contractor. I work when I want to and I save for vacations. How much time are we taking, guys, over there, wherever you are? How much time are you taking off every year? Be honest. let's get some answers here. I mean, 2 weeks is not enough, man. And then the job's not going to let you take that 2 weeks in a row anyhow. You might get a week, most of us, and it goes just like that. By the time your body even starting to cool down, you got to go back and jump back on that hamster wheel. Hey, Nifty. It's my next door neighbor. By the way, my tennis tournament, it starts today. It's supposed to start it yesterday. We did the draw, so now we know when everybody is playing, who they're playing. So it starts today. They call that Filipino time, meaning it's supposed to start yesterday, but it's going to start today. Okay. Yeah, he says you dirty puppy says he enjoyed Marlo North. He actually did have a lot to say. Says he said, I was impressed with your camera presence. Good job. Yeah, that's not hard to do. I think Roy Jones kind of got a little bit intimidated, and I didn't mean to boot him off, but he got kind of quiet. Thanks, Travel Mike, for that super chat. He said, I'm 52 and stopped working 2 years ago. My plans never work again after 30 years saving. PI's closed, so I will go to Nicaragua and try the chalupas. Now, when are you leaving, Mike? Because I know it's October. Is it October? It's October now. You should be leaving pretty soon. Yeah, how much time are y'all taking, guys? But Luke John says lots of people die after retirement. And I looked up something. I'm gonna tell you why. What we do, anything that's stagnant, it goes bad, and eventually it rots and dies. Hey, hold on, guys. The water people. Let me see if do we need water or not? One? Okay, can she get it? Too big. Yeah, we stagnate. Okay, my sister, my oldest sister, she's 13 years older than me, so she's 71. She retired before I came here, right? So she retired in 2016. So that would have made her 66 when she retired. And don't you know she was so bored, she went back to work. She's working right now at 71 years old because she got stagnant. She couldn't find anything to do. Man, it's a lot for me to do, man. First of all, she's got a mortgage still. So that's where it gets kind of dicey. She was like me. She was older when she bought her first home. Well, it's like her second home. And when you throw that mortgage on top of it, when she retired, hell, her mortgage was taking up most of her retirement income. So she had to go back to work. Doug Carr says, I'm never taking a vacation. Man, I hope you're joking. I hope you're joking, Doug. But that's how my brother is. He takes a week off every year for the NCAA tournament. And that's it. Because I'm going to tell you guys, you're going to be dead a long time. And I'm like Shakespeare. He said, what little we know of death, life should be a paradise. We don't know what's waiting on that other side, man. I'm going to live now. I'm going to live until I die. I don't give a damn about, I don't have the most money in the pot and all of that. I'm happier now than I've ever been. And I have far less money. But, everybody's waiting for that right time. Well, I got news for you. There's never a right time. Okay? I promise you that there's never a right time. We're gambling. And what happens is when you say, oh, I did it, now you won. But a lot of people gambling out there right now, man, they lose. We end up losing. And that's what happens. You're gambling, and you got lucky, and you won. Okay, Travel Mike, he said, Sunshine Shows, I leave next Wednesday for 1 month. Let us know, especially when you get there, let us know how it is over there. Maybe that's another option for us over there. Percy Ramsey, man, I'm sorry, brother. He said, I had a stroke in September 2020. It was a blessing in disguise. 60 and retired. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. Don't, and my condolences, man, and thankfully, I hope you've recovered. Don't let health force you into retirement, guys. Do it on your own terms, like Retired 2019 said. See, I'm glad you guys are starting to get honest, man. It's what we need on here. He said, Ray BS says, I'm 71, had a heart attack at 66. Not dead, but really slowed me down. So, yeah, I agree. And, you know, there's really no right or wrong answer. I'm just telling you that the reason why I came over here, the reason why I stopped at 55, I said, man, I'm probably going to be dead, if I don't go now. Urban Globetrotter, thanks for that super chat. He said, I retired 2014 at age 49, haven't looked back, living the life in Panama. Yeah, see, and this is what I'm saying. I applaud you, brother. That's what I'm saying. We're not all able to do that. And we're not knocking anybody that's not able to do that, but we're just asking the question. The 9-to-5 scam, is it real? Why so many people fall for it? Remember, we're living somebody else's suggestion. The society told us this is what to do. Retire at 65. But, when you start learning to think for yourself, you're thinking back like, Now, life expectancy for me as a black man is 70, about 70. Is that good? Is that a good trade-off? And even if I live to 70, am I going to be in good enough shape to really enjoy myself, at 70? I want to enjoy, this is just me. I'm not knocking anybody, guys, or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not. Everybody's not, able to retire young, because of our situations and everything. But we want to talk about it. Cliff and Rude says, it took a number of losses in my life to pull the trigger and move to the Philippines. I'm glad I did it now. So you're here now, Cliff. I'd like to hear from you. Matter of fact, I got their email from you, and I replied, if you're here in the Philippines, I'd like for you to be on the panel next week. You or your wife. Mo said the kids are going to spend it if you don't spend it yourself. An income annuity will provide guaranteed income for life. I agree with that. And as we get older, one thing I know from being in the insurance business is our portfolio kind of has to mirror our lifestyle. We're slowing down. We're getting more conservative. So an annuity is just being a lot conservative because you're not going to be able to recoup those losses like you were when you were 25 or 30. Retired 2019 said, Calvin, I'm comfortable living on $4,000 a month living in North Carolina. I also have a travel budget of $12,000 per year. See, that's a lot of money. See, you did it the right way. And this is what I'm talking about. There's an alternative, guys. Let's talk about that. That's what we're saying. We're not knocking anybody, okay? We're not saying you're wrong for working at 65 or 67 or whatever it is, or whatever your number is. We're just saying, let's talk about it. Balut John said, my son, 30 years old, and knees and back going out working on the oil rigs for 10 years. Yeah, it's a price that we pay. Listen, if you think standing up on that asphalt floor down at the factory is good on you when you're doing it for 8 to 10 hours a day for 30 years, you got another thing coming, guys, but we don't think about that. We got this plan in our man, and we're hard-headed. We're not gonna, veer from this plan. We see it, we're gonna stay on it. If somebody says, hey man, that plan you got, man, it's a tough plan. At the end of the road, man, that light that you see, it's a damn train. It's not the freedom that you're looking for. We don't want to hear it. Let's have a little open mind, guys. Maybe it's something else you can do. Because I've talked to a lot of my friends that work at Ford, man. They just make unbelievable amount of money. They get these big bonuses every December. But what's the price that you're paying? Logan Addis Music says, my girlfriend and I are 33 and burnt out from working. Sold our house last week and will start traveling in December. We'll start with Thailand until Philippines open up. And see, I wish I was smart enough at 33 to think to even just take a break. Not quit completely, but just take a break 6 months. Man, I was getting high at 33. I was drinking, I was partying at 33. That never even crossed my mind, Logan Addis Music. I applaud you for that. Travel Mike says at 50, thanks for that super chat. He says at 50, I sit around for a month and thought about why am I here and what's my future? Then I decided to tell my company to kiss my butt. I live for me now. And that's where I am, Mike. Every year I have to still certify in order to receive my renewals, but I get these cringy emails from these companies and they trying to pump you up to get out there and sell more and have a good AEP and have a good OEP. And I'm so thankful, man. I got off of that because they're sitting back in these comfy air-conditioned offices and we're out there in the field busting our butts. And I'm thinking to myself, it's not even worth it, man. I don't want to hear that. Give me my $1,500 a month. I'm straight. Simply Aka says, I saw a lot of old people who retired here in the USA. They are so miserable and look like they are waiting for their time. I'm sorry for saying that, but I'd rather be in a place where I can live life. And there's no reason to apologize. I worked in the Medicare field from 2006 to I left in 2018. You're exactly right. And this is where it was planted in my subconscious mind. I got to get the F out of here. I'm looking across the table at these people and I'm like, by the way, some of the most outstanding people I've ever met in my life. And I'm saying, is this what I want to be? Is this where I want to be when I get 68? Looking like this, a whole list of prescriptions, and these people, man, live noble lives. We right now, we stand on their shoulders. But is this where I wanted to be? And I asked myself that hard question. And I said, no, under no circumstances, guys. I left at 55, I promise you, I'm not going back. And y'all thought I was joking. I will turn into a gigolo over here, slinging myself before I go back and get on that hamster wheel. I promise you that, man. Mulano, the travel boy, said, this is an epic life. Thank you. And because we need to talk about stuff like this, man. We can talk about booty, broads, and beaches all day long, 7 days a week, twice on Sunday, man. But what are your plans for your future, man? Come on, let me hear the plans for your future. Believe it or not, Hey, Seth, Travel Blogs, glad you could join us. The guys were really impressed with you. Maybe we can have you back on Tuesday for some more of that nitty gritty. Let me know. And because it seems like your boyfriend made a good choice. He retired early. And look at his life. He's got help. Got a nice looking woman, young woman, by the way, who loves him, taking good care of him. I think he got off that hamster wheel too. All the way live. Thanks for that super chat. He says, okay, bro, you talked me into it. I'm quitting my job tomorrow. I'm selling everything and on my way to the Philippines. Hope that guest house is ready. That's funny, man. Don't blame it on me. But if you do come over here, I wouldn't blame you. I'll be waiting at the airport for you. With your girlfriend, by the way. John G, thanks for that super chat. He said, looking at $220,000 profit after selling my house next month. 4 years till I can reach 401k. 7 years till SS. Will leave after sale, but can't do that SRR crap. I don't blame you. Look, guys, you're never going to get that type of information on my channel about this SRRV stuff. The people on my channel, we can't afford that. We don't have that kind of money to put in a bank over here and just let it just sit there and watch it so we can get over here to the Philippines. Man, you can't be that desperate. You better have some patience because you're going to need it over here. If you're so impatient, you're trying to do this and do that, you're going to end up getting scammed, man. Look, I'm going to say it again, and I'll keep saying it until it gets into your subconscious mind. You don't need an SRV in the Philippines. The only reason they're even talking SRV is because of the pandemic. This pandemic's going to be over. You know, and if you do the SRV and you can do, here's what I say. If you made up in your mind you're going to do it, and then the Philippines opens up, then cancel it. Get your money back. Yeah, you can do that. But I wouldn't even do it. I just wait it out. Because you don't need it, guys. The Philippines knew if we're going to compete for these senior citizens and these retirees, we're going to have to come up with something to make the Philippines look attractive. So they come up with this tourist visa for 36 months. Because if I got to put 10, 20, 50,000 in the bank to stay somewhere, I've got a whole lot more options than the Philippines. All right? But the Philippines said, this is my take on it. We're going to let you stay here for 3 years straight. You don't have to leave. Leave for 1 day, come back and start over. Why in the world do I need a damn SRRV? People pushing that stuff, let me tell you something. They're getting paid to push that stuff on you. And I'll argue with anybody about it. And I'm not calling any names. I'm just saying, if somebody's pushing that stuff on you, telling you to go to these agencies and talk about an SRV and all of that, when it's not even, you don't need no SRV over here. They're getting paid for that. They're getting some kind of commission from that, a kickback off of that. Stay away from the SRV over here. If I'm going to have an SRV, then tell, I'm going to Thailand somewhere then. What is that? Hun, see what he's got out here. He's got grapes. Taste one if you like, because you know the kids like grapes. Hey, Seth Travel Vlogs, I'm doing good. They really enjoyed you on here a couple of weeks ago. And if you want to come back on, just let me know, because I always like to have one or two. Hell, maybe one day I'll have a panel with all Filipinos. That would be nice. But you gave some nitty gritty, Seth, and I've been giving you credit because you said you dropped some gems. And if they were listening. But they were too busy looking at your legs and how tall you are and the color of your skin. Maybe they didn't hear it. Expat says, so how long can you stay in the Philippines with SRV? 36 months, expat. You don't need an SRV over here. Okay? Then you can leave for one day, 24 hours, come back and start the 36 months over again. You know, now some people do that SRV and become a permanent a permanent resident because, you know, maybe they want to own a business over here. You can do stuff like that you can't do as on a tourist visa, okay? But you don't need the SRV over here. If you're just a regular Joe like me, and that's who's following my channel, I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna push an SRV on you, man. It's crazy. W Nicorn says there's a way to withdraw from your 401k without penalty at age 55. He says search rule of 55. Thank you for this information. But we're regular Joes on here, guys. I'm not gonna push that on you. Expat says the first time I heard this, wow. Thanks for the info, bro. Yeah, this is old news, man. I'm glad I could share it with you, but that's the type of information you're gonna get from me. I'm not a lawyer. I don't work for one of them fancy immigration places. A guy wrote me today, a friend of mine lives out in California. He said, yeah, Cal. He said they want $50 now. It's over here in the Philippines. Consultation fee. I said, of course they do. And that's why these channels push you over there to those people. Because they getting something off of it. If they not, they ought to be. What, she didn't want it? Oh, she did.
Yeah, the grapes.
Okay. He said, you made my night. Yeah, Milano North, laugh my ass off. I hear you, Cass RV. Yeah, scratch my head. Yeah, you're right, brother. I need that. But I'm going to tell you something. Here's something else. Y'all's memories are so short, by the way. Remember, SRV visa holders couldn't even get in here to the Philippines a few months ago. Don't y'all remember that? Do I need to remind you of that? That these guys had all this money over here deposited in this bank and could not even get into the Philippines. Okay? Yeah. Okay, Patrick Randolph. He said, good morning from Atlanta. The SRV for retired military. How many of my viewers are retired military? I mean, now, if you're retired military and you can do that $1,500, then why not? If you got $1,500 to do. But the majority of us, we're regular Joes, Patrick Randolph. Do you have to be retired military or can you just be military? See? Hey, Jamel Williams, thank you. He said, Calvin, we watch you every night. Me and my wife are motivated to retire overseas in Thailand or Portugal. Keep up the good work. Man, I take my hat off to you because you look like a young man. And thank you for your support. I wish that I was smart like you, brother. And, I got out. I consider myself old when I got out at 55. But believe it or not, man, if I would have been thinking in my right state of mind in 2009, 2010, when my little insurance agency I had at the time was booming, I'm talking about when I was earning 20, 25, 30,000 a month, I'd have been over here then. But I was fighting, going through this bitter divorce, man. I'm telling you, I wasn't in my right state of mind. I had a lot of money, man. I could have just came over here and just said, the hell with it then. Dylan Carr said, SMH and scratch my head or shaking my head. Either one, questioning, Hey, retired 2019 said, Calvin, I'm moving to Cebu in 2022. going for a tune-up, man, don't just come here for the tune-up because it includes a free oil change and a lube job. You might as well get that. It's free. Hey, Shane Porter said, love the new house, man. Very proud of you. I'm in Tennessee. I'm 49. Look forward to coming to the Philippines in a few years. Man, I hope you make it, brother. I mean that. Thank you. And all the credit goes to Rock Engineering. And by the way, my buddy, I consider him my buddy now because this guy, Rock Harmon, him and his wife, he's a U.S. contractor. He's in between, he's in transition. And his wife, they're in the Philippines visiting his wife, his family. And he bought a big, nice lot in the mountains. And he's going to hire the Rock Engineering, to build their house, man. This guy is funny, man. He's the type of guy I could hang around with. But he's getting out early. He's like, man, I want to enjoy my retirement. He's 56, man. He's got almost 40 years in the system. 21 in the Air Force and then almost 19 with government contracting. He was here the other day, and we had a great time, man. Doug said, well, Lord love a duck. I learned something. Yeah, but I don't use that LOL and SMH anymore. They just do it. Oh, okay, expat. He said, you don't have to be a retired military, just an honorable discharge. Okay. Now, that would be something. It's not a lot, man. But a lot of these guys, they didn't go to the military. You're looking at that, if you're under 50, Lord help you. You're looking at that 50,000. But if you're 50 and you have proof of, see, that's the thing. Even if you're 50, you got to show them proof of a pension of at least 1,000 plus your deposit. Then you got to have an FBI background check and all that. Man, you don't have to go through all that to get into the Philippines, man. Just wait till it opens up and get on the tourist visa. Thank me later, man. You don't have to go through all of that fancy stuff. Hey, Logan Addis Music, thanks for that super chat. He said, will the PA accept the American CDC Vax card? Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going, well, my girlfriend's going to go today to see if my Vax card is ready. Because I've got the temporary one right now. And for anybody that wasn't on here when I announced this at first, big time announcement, man. Cebu Pacific, according to the airline, 6 domestic destinations have eased travel restrictions to enter into their cities. This is big. There's no longer RT, PCR, or antigen test required to travel to these places, man. This is big news, guys. Philippines is going to have to open up domestically first before they open up internationally. But Negros Occidental, where I live, is one of the places. All you need is your vaccination card showing that you've been fully vaccinated for at least 14 days. That's whether you have the single dose or the double dose vaccine. Okay, Cebu province, all you need is a medical certificate. Pagadian, all you need is a government ID. Man, this is great news, guys. I promise you that. And for anybody who was wondering why my face was so shiny the other day, I look like a new penny. My face looked like a new penny the other day. I received a ballot buying box from one of my subscribers. And in it, he sent me some 2 big bottles of olive oil. Well, I thought it was lotion, man. It was body wash. And I was walking around with this stuff on my face and hands, man, until my face started burning. She started breaking out, man. Looked at it was body wash. It wasn't lotion, guys. It's hilarious if you think about what I did. And I did this. I had it on my legs because I'm like, man, this stuff is shiny. I look like a new penny, man. But yeah, that's what it was. Hey, thanks all the way live for the super chase. And thank you, brother, for those kind words. No girl for me yet. Just taking your advice. Wait until I get there. Good thing. Good things come to those who wait. Absolutely, especially in the Philippines. If you trying all this fancy stuff to get over here, you're impatient to get over here. You're gonna be a lame duck when you get over here. You're gonna be a mark, man. I promise you. Because if you don't have patience over here, and it takes you a while to get patience to I'm talking about to where you can stand and stay over here in the Philippines. It's slow, it's methodical over here. It's like you're hurrying to get over here, and the minute you get over here, it's wait for everything. So, be careful, man, on those SRVs. Talk to a lawyer, talk to somebody, a lawyer that really knows what's going on before you jump into that. Hey, thanks. It's Paul Smith said, build another house, miss the daily updates and the hard workers. Well, once we get our power on, Paul, we're going to give you updates on the fence. It's nice, too. This fence, this engineer, he's good with what he does. Because in the manway, as you open up, we're going to have the main gate for the motorcycle and everything like that. But then the manway, just a regular gate that you open up. Next to that, he's got sunshine shoulders, man. It looks sharp. I'm going to show y'all. Thanks, Daryl, for the super chaser. Brother Calvin, don't ever get off the channel. We will surely be in a Philippine fog without your boots on the ground. Now, this is not even considered the hamster wheel or the channel wheel, Brother Daryl. You know that. That's my buddy out there in Seattle, Washington. He says he got 4 more years on the hamster wheel because his wife wants to work over there. I don't blame him. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to take a court order. Once your wife gets to working over there, earning that good money and benefits and everything, it's going to take a court order to get her to quit. That's a fact. Yeah, Chuck W. says deposit $20,000 in the bank. Quarantine for 7 or 14 days, but you still can't travel to the other islands. Doesn't sound like a very good deal to me. It's not. Even under the best conditions, a SRV over here is not a good deal, Chuck. I promise you, I would not lie to you. Now, if it was, even you got to understand it, even at one time, okay, when I first started coming over, the tourist visa, you could stay here for 18 months. Leave for 1 day, come back and start 18 months over. They jacked it up to 36 months. It's like, what I need an SRV for over here for? But okay, Simply Actors, thank you. Sam Safari said, Mr. Calvin, make sure you get the title to the house from municipality. It's different from the building permit. Okay, yeah. She's already done all that, see? She's a hustler, man. And that's what me and Daryl Fulmore were talking about today. He's got a hustler. He said his wife don't sit around and wait. She's a go-getter. And if you get a Filipina like that, you struck gold, especially when you get over here. BJ says the age requirement for SRV is now 50 years and above due to the large amount of military age Chinese that were immigrating in with it. Yeah. Now, see, Chinese, they're a different situation now. They do it for a whole lot of different reasons than what you as an American would do it for. They're the number one expats over here. As an American, our relationship with the Philippines goes back to at least 1899. China goes back thousands of years. You're talking about a whole different cookie, BJ. But yeah, I hear you, man. Yusuf Amar Habib says a 36-month tourist visa. Yeah, that's excellent. It's the best in the world. That's why I put the Philippines way up here for, potential expat. Like, at least come over here and see if you like it. Imagine coming over here. You say, I'm going to come over here for 2 weeks. I'm going to do 30 days. I'm going to do my exploration trip. And you decide you like it. Well, hell, you don't have to leave for 3 years. It's not like Mexico. It's not like Thailand. It's not like anywhere else in the world. It's 36 months, man. It's 3 years. I'm living it right now. Uncle Mo 1010 said, true words. My wife wants to accept every overtime her job offers. I keep telling her to slow down. She doesn't need to work every time they offer overtime. Yeah, they can't wrap their minds around it. They've never experienced the abundance like over there. They don't realize it's a trap, though, that there's consequences for that. My son's mother hasn't been home in 5 years, almost 6. She works 2 jobs over there. She will work 24 hours if they let her. But guess what? Now she got a bad heart over there at 36. Guys, don't do it. There's something more valuable than money, and that's your life. The Beach of Life says another sub for you at Pumpkin Joe. Hey, thanks, man. We need to help these little channels, man, like us. My channel's little, believe it or not. But especially guys like Pumpkin Joe, because when I had like 600 and something subscribers, people helped me. So I help anybody if I can. But like I told Pumpkin Joe, and I tell anybody that I send subscribers over there, I say it's up to you to provide the content. I can help. I can help steer them over there, but it's up to you. You got to keep them. Every now and then you might have to talk about something, provocative. You might have to say booty once or twice, Pumpkin Joe, on your channel. Jesus ain't gonna get you, man, for that. He created booty, okay? I'm just saying, don't be afraid to say that. Frank Ellis said that 36-month visa is a game changer. Yeah, that's why I had to put Thailand second. Yeah, and see, that's why I tell people. Imagine that. You can come over here and kick back. You ain't got to worry about that. None of that. Yeah, Yusuf, this is a great point. He said, both Elvis and Michael Jackson are worth more dead than alive. Yeah. All the money that they had couldn't save them, man. I'm pretty sure they had the best. They could have had the best doctors in the world. Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience said, booty, booty, booty rocking everywhere. Done, brother. Yeah, sometimes, don't be ashamed to say that word. I think Jesus will forgive you for that. Iskandari, thanks, brother. He said, dang, guys, 300 viewers and only 88 likes. Yeah, come on, guys, 98 likes. See, I can't see it over there. Thank you, Iskandari. And I'm going to tell you, this brother right here, he's a real deal. He's also a U.S. contractor. He's in the Philippines now. He's in transition, too. He's got a couple of houses here. He's making big money with that contracting thing. He's got this Iskandari TV, by the way. I don't care. I'll get in trouble, but I'm not endorsing him. I'm telling you that he said, hey, Calvin, try this out, and maybe you won't need your Netflix again. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. So he sent it to me in the mail. I just got it the other day. Man, I never go back to Netflix again. I've canceled my Netflix. I'm with Iskandari TV. And if you want to put your link up here, brother, I get NFL, NBA, I get live TV, guys, over here in the Philippines, okay? Hey, you dirty puppy. He said the sunshine shoulders in my life. When my wife learned I had family trust and I could keep my promises, she has not left my side. Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up because, see, you got to earn that, you dirty puppy over here. Look, guys, we're nothing special. When we get over here, Filipinos and Filipinos do not trust you. But once they do, once you earn their trust, they're as loyal. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Why do you think all these corporations is coming over here now? Not only because Filipinos speak good English, but because they're about as loyal as an employee as you're going to find. I'm not saying this. It's what the CEOs are saying. They will literally build your business for you. See, that's part of my template. It's why I tell you guys to come over here, be part of the community. Remember I said I live among the locals for a reason. All right? Once they trust you, they'll build your life for you over here. Shad says, I left the Philippines July 1st after 3 amazing years. I'm in Thailand now waiting for the Philippines to open up. Yeah. See, under normal circumstances, you could have did one day, and most people go to Hong Kong because it's so close. They say an hour and a half. That's flight time. From Manila, it don't take an hour and a half, I promise you. I'd say an hour. By the time, the last time I flew into Manila, I flew from Hong Kong. By the time they fed us our dinner, because that's considered an international flight, I got finished eating, man. We were landing. Yeah. Oh, it's Kandari TV, man. No problem, man. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not joking, man. I'm telling you the truth. We keep that thing plugged into the TV. Because all I had before was Netflix and YouTube. Well, both of them is on this Iskandari TV contraption you sent me. And it's real simple because I'm not I'm not good at technology. I just stuck it in my HDMI, and that was it. Yeah, Ron Bizzle, thank you, brother. He said, thumbs up, man, team for our brother Calvin. I appreciate it, man. What's up, Big Pun? 231. Clip and Rue, Pumpkin Joe's, we can work together as well. Yeah. BJ says, one more added. Thanks for the reminder, Iskandari TV. I know sometimes we watch and I forget to do it too, guys. Jeffrey Hood said, that's so true. I work with Filipino nurses and they work 24/7. Yeah. Because, you can't really blame them, but after a while, there's only so much money you can have, man, But coming from here, you can't blame them, but after a while. Retired 2019 said, Calvin, how much is a nice dinner for two where you live? You're going to be shocked at this. Believe it or not, Rock and Harmon and his wife, I took them over to Mawani. I would say $10, man, over there. And I'm talking about the food is excellent. Big portions. Got $10 or $12, man. I'm talking about it includes everything. Yeah. Iskandari says quarantine is over. Bring the universe to me. Bring the universe to me. Had another business opportunity from CNO here wanting to branch out their business in Cavite. Yeah, but I don't think you're approaching retirement age yet, are you, Vic? How old are you? Because he's into all that business and stuff, but this is the type of business if you're going to have that you would have over here like a hands-off type of business, like what he's doing. You don't want to be over here looking over his shoulder, working and stuff. Yeah, Daryl, but hell, you're in the United States. He says, I have live TV here. Get all the pay-per-view and sports and premium movie channel, $20 a month is the same. Yeah, but it's over here. Remember, his business is geared toward the expat overseas. I forgot to say that. So any of you expat guys over here, yeah, he can't compete in America, but over here, he beat number one. Hey, thanks, Ron Bizzle, for your super chat. He said, Brother Calvin, your guest on the live show is a joy and funny and entertaining to listen to, and boots on the ground knowledge. Thanks for inviting him. Yeah, who you talking about? Texas to Zoe? Lynn San Diego 102. She came up with the idea. It was a great idea, but now I can't even get her on here. 2019, do me a favor. I've shut that Cash App down because I can't control it over here in the Philippines. If you got PayPal or something like that, it would probably work a lot better. I had to shut it down because I can't access it over here any longer. They caught on to my I had that VPN. It was working for the longest, but now they've caught on and I can't get into it, So anybody that's watching, that's why I don't put it in my description anymore, because I can't access it. And, even if you send it, you're going to get it back because I won't claim it, and then they'll send it back to you. Oh, yeah, Will Rose. It is a Fire Stick, but he breaks it with his system because it's really all it is. But I'm going to tell you, it's worth it, especially if you're living over here in the Philippines. I was really shocked because somebody always asked me, they said, can you watch the NFL games? Can you do this? Can you do that? Now I can. Hey, Eugene Thomas, he said, Calvin, he said, I came on late. What kind of scam is that? We're talking about the 9 to 5 scam. Working 40 plus years, retiring at 65 over in America or wherever. Is it real? Why do so many people fall for that? Knowing that you retire at 65, you're probably going to get to enjoy your retirement 3, 4, 5 years. If you're a man, then you're going to die. Okay? Let's be honest. And by the way, they didn't just pull that 65 out of the thin blue sky, guys. When they made it 65, they knew your ass was going to be dead at 62. They knew you were never going to enjoy that. Now that's why they're trying to bump it up to this and bump it up to that. 67, 70 for some people. Because they know you're not going to make it to that. We're saying, is it worth 40 years to enjoy, even if you enjoy 15? Yeah, Be Real, but I'm going to tell you what that is. Be Real says, you've come a long way with your tech skills. I remember when your beginning live streams ended early because of tech problems, but your subscribers respected you so much, they held you down and helped you. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you what that was. I had the slowest internet connection probably on the planet, probably that was even available in the world. And Frank Ellis, either Frank Ellis or Clayton Murray, one of them, got on my case. They said, man, you need to bump that up. I didn't even know I could. I went over there and I did. But yeah, you're right, Be Real. They man, I'm going to tell you, man, I've got the best subscribers on YouTube. I argue with anybody about that. They did, man. They stuck with me and they hung with me in there. And, till things got right, man. Lynn San Diego 102 says, I'm here, but I'm just a behind-the-scenes supporter. I know, I'm just messing with you. But that was a great idea, Lynn. And I mean, you bumped me up a notch with that because this panel is really, really popular, guys. And y'all know it is. Let's see. Okay, Harold Teal, he said, try Tunnel Bear VPN. I am. I've got this. What do I got? It's supposed to be the best according to the internet. I've got Express VPN. And they let me pretend I'm either in LA or Seattle. Seattle works better. Because I'm going to tell you, man, I can't even access my banking information. Fifth Third is messed up, man. Oh, okay. Daryl Foreman said, Brother Calvin, I was asking, was it the same thing, sir? Yeah, it is, Daryl. But imagine having that over here in the Philippines. I was shocked, man, because he had to help me set it up and everything. We were doing the video chat. And, man, it's so much on this little stick. I was shocked. The Beach of Life says, "Why, you dirty puppy, blessings to you, brother, for your generosity." He's probably one of the most generous subscribers I've got. He paid for me to go over here to Monica's guest house because his family was over there. And, man, we had a great time. Only problem was we wasn't over there long enough, you know, and this isn't on you, you dirty puppy. I'm just saying, if you go to that place, you probably need 2 or 3 days. Yeah, Frank, I'm going to have to get a new VPN. But, yeah, guys, don't say anything to that because I won't get it. I can't get it. Hey, Kano says, it's a jailbroke fire stick. Yeah. And then Iskandari says, yeah, but I have my own app, brother. Yeah, he has his own app. It's the brother knows what he's doing. LA Detroit, what's going on? He says, my wife wants to finance a profitable business with her family in the Divide. Any suggestions? Her family is highly educated. Yeah, my suggestion is I would do something like, I would sublease, man, if I'm going to do it. But as highly educated as they may be, do they have the problem in LA, Detroit over here that I've seen with foreigners financing these businesses over in the Philippines? No matter how much education they got, they have no business experience. They never run a business before, and that's the problem. See? It's just how it is, man. You know, but I would say do something. I'd sublease and do something like Airbnb. See, because Davao is a big tourist area for foreigners. A lot of foreigners go into Davao. So I would do something like an Airbnb. I would sublease, like I could sublease this apartment here. Say, for instance, this was in Cebu. For $8,500 a month that I'm paying my rent lady, I've got 2 bedrooms, right? I could sublease that. I could probably triple or more, you know, depending on what area I'm in. If I'm in Cebu, Manila, Dumaguete, Davao, those places where tourists come in, I could probably earn 30,000 pesos a month, easy out of here with a 2-bedroom. I would do that. Sorry store. That's why they call it a sorry store. Nothing going to happen from that. Laundry, nothing. Piggery, nothing. You know, I've seen it all over here, man, with these businesses. Tricycle business, and don't do it. Because what's going to happen is, you see what's happened with Rick. He came over yesterday. I was so hot. I told my girlfriend, I said, look, you tell him, get his ass out there in that sun like all the rest of these tricycle drivers who highly respect, by the way, and get some money. Whatever he earns, tell him bring it back here. I'm a match it. But no, there's no more of that. If your kids need diapers, we're gonna buy that. If they need milk, we're gonna buy that. But just you coming over here and we giving you money, no. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be like that. But yeah, LA, Detroit, that's my suggestion. Don't get into any of that other stuff because it's not going to work, man. And I've had friends they tried everything. It won't work. Yeah, Frank Ellis, it means sorry. That's what it means. Sorry store. Now, this is a guy who would know LA, Detroit. He said, Sunshine Shoulders, there's not one single business a foreigner can make money in San Carlos City other than online. Yeah. And see, I have to second that. I'm bearing witness to that. See, that's why what Iskandari TV is doing is so great. He's got a chance. Anybody else with all this brick and mortar stuff, you ain't got a chance over here. The profit margin is so slim. LA, Detroit, the reason I say get into the Airbnb, because now you're going to focus on your target market is going to be us. It's going to be the foreigners coming over here. We're the ones got that expendable income that we're going to spend. You know, when you're dealing with the locals, it's just a slow grinding process. I wouldn't even do it. But Lou John says, I built my father-in-law a rice mill. How's that working out? Because I know another brother that did that too, but he never has given me an update. How is that working out? Travel Mike, thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm going to get 2 condos, and one will be mine and Airbnb, the other one in the Philippines when this virus is over. To pay for both. Absolutely. And that's a great idea. And that's what they were doing over here. Even the Filipinos got smart, Mike, and start doing that. They were in this condo village that I'm telling you about, Mavisa Gardens condominiums in Cebu. It's Airbnb now. One person did it and saw how profitable it was and how popular it was. Now you can go there, man. You can rent a condominium and these are brand new condominiums, by the way. 2 swimming pools, a clubhouse with a weight room and everything like that in it. Beautiful grounds for about $300 a month. That's what you want to do, guys. Buffalo Dan says Korean goods are always good selling items. They are, but they're high for some reason over here. Because if you want to get a good, believe it or not, we had to go, okay, she bought a pot to cook in, like beans and different things like that. We had to go to the Korean surplus store to get it, but hell, they're so damn high. You would think that it's new stuff you're buying in there, secondhand stuff, or third hand or fourth hand. I went over there before I bought my bike. I went over there, Buffalo Den. I was looking for a bike, and they got these rusted Japanese surplus bikes over there. Man, they want 5,000 and 6,000 pesos for. No. Okay, let's see what Cliff. Yeah, see, this makes a lot of sense. He says, I prefer to focus on investments and stocks. Now, that's a great idea, see, but he was asking me what could he get his family into over here. Maybe that's a good thing, since they're highly educated. But the problem I see over here in the Philippines is the people who are making money in businesses, they have business experience. A lot of Filipinos are just like a lot of Americans. We'll see somebody else doing it and we'll think, oh, it looks easy. I can do it. So we invest our money, our time, and it goes down the drain. How many janitorial services, lawn care services that you see over there, because they see Johnny down the street doing it, they think they can do it. They have no business experience, nothing. Lynn San Diego 102 says, I can't wait to vacation there in 2 years. Well, see, that's what we're talking about, Lynn. We're putting off, for 40 years or whatever it is, so that we can finally, wait for the right time to go on vacation, slow vacation, retire, whatever. Why wait 2 years? Who's to say you're going to be around for 2 years? Why not next year, the guy said. I love LaChan. Why not now? You making big money out there in California. You can get in here now. But she said, yeah, the quarantine. But they got a proposal now, and I hope they pass it where they're going to let fully vaccinated people get in here 5-day quarantine. Because my buddy Rock Harmon, him and his wife, they were only here for 30 days, but guess what? 14 of the days was quarantine. No, 1,500 a month. Well, you better have a very nice. But it's Travel Mike says, be real. You can lease a condo for $300 a month and do Airbnb and rent it out for $1,500 a month to $400 is easy. Now, you mean at one time or accumulating like such certain amount per day? Because $1,500 a month rent here, you better have an absolutely fantastic 5-star condo, Mike, because the Airbnb, remember I told y'all, the Airbnb has gotten so much better over here in the Philippines, and it's so competitive now. That'll be a lot. Now, can you lease it for $300 a month and then rent it out Airbnb per day? Like, yeah. Make it, let's see, if you get, a nice 1-bedroom condominium. Oh, okay, yeah, Mike, $50 a day. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right, Travel Mike. That's how I would do it. And yeah, you could do it. But remember, guys, don't do that anywhere. The Airbnbs here in San Carlos City, they struggle. They don't make anything. You know why? Because no foreigners come here, really. No tourists come here. You can only do an Airbnb and be successful in a tourist area. That expat alley type of thing. Don't try that off the beaten path, guys. It's not going to work. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Chuck, he's talking about $50 a day. Because you have 1,500. Hell, you could stay in the presidential palace here. He said, Lynn, is Rihanna a relative? He said, no, my forehead does look big in that photo. But that's who you look like on that photo, Lynn. I think Lynn doesn't want to come on here because she knows there's too many thirsty guys on my blog, on my stream, and they're going to be flooding her email and Facebook Messenger with everything. Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience says, Burl, he meant to say Daryl Fullmore, $800 a month for pigs sounds really good for the Philippines cost of living. Is that how much you're earning, Daryl? Because they've got a piggery, but you got to know what you're doing, guys. Somebody over here was telling me about their piggery business and how they were trying to, how the family was trying to run it. They said that the pig, you know, they bred the pigs, but then instead of selling the pigs, they ate them and then wanted the man to invest more money into the piggery. And he's like, no, it doesn't work that way. The pigs that you breed, you sell those. Then you put the money back into the business. You know, but see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people over here, they don't know how to run a business. Benny H. Baby says, thirsty, all of them. Not really, but when you get a nice looking woman on here, we get pretty thirsty, guys. Lynn San Diego 102 says, oh, wait. She said, how many ladies are in this chat tonight? Show of hands, please. Lynn, trust me, they're on here, but they're not, because there's 280 people watching this, and there's probably 40 people comment. They're on here, but they'll never let you know. Yeah, they can get pretty thirsty on here. Yeah, I love LaChan. You're right. Cotty's too fancy for me. I'm seeking value, yeah. I would go to Cebu. Man, Cebu is bumping, man. I'm going to tell you, everything that's in Manila is in Cebu right now. Okay? I mean, you know, Manila is the centerpiece of the Philippines, obviously. And you got to go to Manila if you're going to come to the Philippines. I wouldn't fly in there, but I would do Cebu. Hey, Junior Ian, thanks for that super chat. He says, just saying hi. What's up, man? And thank you so much for that. I would do Cebu, man. It's just so much. It's just so much warmer there. Your welcome is going to be warmer. It's a lot more simpler, easier to get around than Manila. Yeah, Alpina Art. Yeah. Mess with Cebu next time, man. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. I fell in love with Cebu. Harold Till said BGC is what's up. Yeah, if you got that kind of money. I got a subscriber, and man, he got a 2-bedroom condo. You're not gonna believe this. He lives in the BGC area, the Bonifacio Global City, by the way. His rent is 100,000 pesos a month. Okay, he's in my Hall of Fame, by the way. So are you, Harold Till, as some of the biggest ballers ever come over here. Hey, John. He said, hell, this is John using my wife's phone live from the village. John, tell us about that piggery that your friend started with the family and they didn't know how to run it. Hey, thanks, Mike, for this super chat. Yeah, Daryl said, Brother Calvin, you're exactly right. You're supposed to reinvest in the business and not eating their own supply, but that's what they do. Because Daryl owns a piggery over in Iloilo. So if anybody interested in a piggery, talk to Daryl Fullmore because he's financing one now. How's that working out, by the way, Daryl? Let me know. Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He says, if you get a nice little condo in the tourist area, you can lease for $300 to $500 and just rent the $450 a day for people staying a couple of weeks. Just saying. That's the point right there, guys. That's how you're going to make money. That's what I'm saying. Sublease. See, and you can make a lot of money over here in the tourist areas. Whatever you do, target foreigners. I would say LA, Detroit, rent motorcycles. In that small island that's near Deville, rent motorcycles. When we went to, every time we go to Sikio Island, we'll rent a motorcycle for 300, 350 a day, 350 pesos a day. You get you 4 or 5 of them, you know you're talking. And the low overhead, because what they do is have you sign a waiver before you get on there. They're not responsible if you have an accident. You're responsible for paying for their motorcycle and all of that. But that's another good one. It's a few good ones, guys. But just make sure it's in a touristy area where people are coming to. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, Kente. He said, why didn't you do the sublease, Calvin? I guess because it would not work in San Carlos City. Yeah, see, it's not the fact. He said, what is the Airbnb price range there? I could do it for $5 a day and still wouldn't make any money, Kente Dynasty, because no one's coming here. It wouldn't be worth my time. When I came here and I rented the Airbnb, me and my girlfriend here, I was like, wow, this is a very nice place, by the way, for $14 a night. She said, no, Calvin, I'm not making any money. She said, because this is not a tourist area. Nobody comes here. And that's exactly why. But we're thinking about, and this is on down the road, we're thinking of getting a condominium in Cebu or Dumaguete or one of those places like that for extra income. Yeah, John Tucker says, back in the 90s, I rented motorbikes in Dumaguete, good business, till sickness took me out. Yeah, see, that's a great business, guys, if you want to do that. Even the locals do it here. They'll rent their motorcycle out. I think it's like 50 pesos to use it. So if you want to go to the marketplace, you pay them 50 pesos. Yeah, John says, this is Janessa, but this is John. He said, personally, I wouldn't invest any money here in a typical business. I would be online. I would sublease. I rent motorcycles, something like that. Wow. That's a lot. At Lynn, he said, Tagaytay is 35 million pesos. Makati is 35 million. Wow. U.S. currency on a small lot. Let's see. Wow, that's a lot. How big is that? It's a lot of damn money over here. Thanks for the super chat, Mike. He says, wait, what did he say? He says, if I had a woman and family educator I could trust, I would buy taxis and work the airports 24 hours a day when the Philippines open. Be careful. Well, the only problem with that, Mike, is this. They're not giving out any more license. You would have to buy somebody else's taxi license, which would cost you a fortune. And I don't know if you'd want to do that. Then you've got to, get you some good taxi drivers that are going to get out there and be hustlers, man, and earn the money. See, when you get into this tricycle business, taxi business, you better have a hustler behind the wheel. Or you're not going to make any money. And he may be stealing you blind. See? Absolutely, be real. He said, are you going to get your yard landscaped in a new house? With a wall you're building cover the back of your new house? Yeah, I'm going to put on the engineer already sent me the perspective. I'm going to put it on my community page. And I'll show you. It's nice. The back is the only one that has all hollow block. The rest is going to be like, the hollow block is going to be like 1 meter high and then like fencing. It's nice. But yeah, I'm going to have landscaping. And by the way, this the engineer, he's got his own landscaping business too. He does it all. Now, Iskandari makes a great point. He says, you better do grab. Now, you can do grab, but remember, now you got to buy a private vehicle. So you could do a grab with John paid what? Altogether now when they took off, they gave you that $78,000, John. What'd that bring you down to? $13,000? So that's $13,000 investment on that car. Again, you got to have a good driver, Iskandari, but that is a great idea right there. I mean, because remember, a lot of times, what I don't like about here is this. A lot of these drivers, man, they're not hustling enough. They'll sit there. I've seen it. It's happened to me. You put in for a grab, and they'll be right down at the corner. But they'll see, oh, well, he's only going, the fare is only 300 pesos. I mean, not 300 pesos. May only be 90 pesos. They won't do it. See, I don't want a driver like that. I want a driver that's going to get every dime, not realizing at the end of the night, it all adds up. They don't think like that over here. They're trying to get all these big runs. No. You're going to lose like that. Hey, thanks, Jeffrey Hood, for the super chat. Said, hey, Cal, spending a month in Cebu, then backpacking for a month in Negros as a nomad. We'll have to meet and hang out when it opens. Love your channel. Thank you, man. And, yeah, that's a great idea, too. And if we have any backpackers here, well, you know, the Philippines now is like the backpacker haven. And you talking about living cheap and these hostels here are like $5 a night. We went to Mall Wall, and this is a nice place in Cebu, South Cebu, by the way. And if I've got an old video on my channel, I didn't have Sunshine Shoulders then. I just put it on there. When we were in Mall Wall, you see how nice this place is for $5 a night, guys. If you want to live, you know, like a backpacker, it's really nice. But that's a great plan, Jeffrey. Hey, thanks, Alpina R, for the super chase. Uncle Cal, do the sorry stores have Black and Miles? No, they don't do Black and Miles here. He said, that's a joke. Yeah. But you could probably get Black and Miles, I'm sure, in Cebu, in Manila. But yeah, Jeffrey Hood, that's a great plan. Because see, what I was going to do before I split up with my ex, we were going to travel around the Philippines. We just wanted to see what it was like. We was going to backpack for a couple of weeks and go to a couple of places. But it never happened. W. Nicorn, I guess he's talking about unicorn. I thought about doing a money lending business, but I don't think I would make much money. I'm too nice. Yeah, that's big money over here, but I would stray from that, man. You gotta be a tough guy, because you make the money off the interest. If you give somebody 1,000 pesos, they have to pay you 1,200 back. So that's 40 pesos every day for 30 days. You got to be there to get that money. The Indians got it locked up over here. You got some Filipinos that do it too. But you go to some place like these market vendors, you get over there at a certain time and you see this Indian guy, he's going from stall to stall to stall to stall. But it's a dangerous business over here. In Cebu, pick up the newspapers. Now the day goes by, if you live in Cebu and you look through the Cebu Daily, that one of them's getting shot or the collector's getting shot, you know, it's a dangerous, dangerous business, man. I wouldn't do it. Very profitable, but very, very dangerous, guys. Retired 2019 says, Calvin, some guys can't stop working. Americans are overweight and stressed out chasing money. That's exactly what I'm saying. There's something more important than money, guys, and I don't have to tell you that. It's your life. Time, number one. Health, number two. Money's probably Napoleon Hill's list of the riches of life. Money's number 7. Believe it or not, guys. We got it all messed up over there. You know, you can't take it with you, but, you know, it's just a show over there. Everybody's trying to show I got more than you, keeping up with the Joneses. Man, I left all that behind. I'm glad. I wouldn't be sitting here now. You'd be looking at graveyard shoulders. I'd be dead. I'd be speaking to you from beyond. See, look at this. I love the challenge. Says more money can't add more years to your life. Unless you start a long time ago eating better. That's why rich people outlive us. They eat better. You know, they have access to better health care. But yeah, but you're right. No amount of money, no amount of health care, the best doctors, hospitals can save you from yourself, guys. This is a Sunshine Show. This is Calvinism. It all starts with you. See? He says, time is more important than money. Guys die sooner than women. Yeah, a lot sooner. But you know why that is, Retired 2019. As an insurance man, I can tell you why. Because women go to the doctor more than men. We don't go to the doctor, or when we do go to the doctor, it's too late. Let me throw some facts at you. A woman's life insurance premium is cheaper. Life insurance. Because she's going to live longer. Okay? But a man's health insurance is cheaper because he never uses it. We don't use it. But yeah, guys, I want to thank y'all so much. I've got 4 minutes before I get off here for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders, man. It's just been truly amazing over the last going on 14 months. I can't believe it. But look for this next vlog I've got coming out, guys. I'm going to tell you, it's something. It's called Based on a True Story. Filipinos will cut your dick off. But I'm not going to put dick in the title. I'm going to have to get smart some kind of way. I may put D*CK off. And I'm talking about this, guys. We come over here, we have no idea. Especially in Southeast Asia, man. This is something that's very, very common. These women will cut your manhood off over here. We come over here, we don't even realize it. You want to bring all that macho stuff, all that, oh, I'm a player over here. Okay, when you go to sleep, that's when they get you. I've been doing a research on this for this next video based on a true story. Filipinos will cut your dick off, man. And you come over here playing. I'm going to tell you, it happened so much in Thailand. It became an epidemic in Thailand. They had to do a research. The researchers came together and like, what's going on? Why so many women cutting off these men's penises? It's something over here, guys. Something that you need to be aware about. And only Sunshine Show is going to talk to you about it. You're not going to get this type of information. I'm going to give you the boots on the ground stuff, man. Because I want you to be prepared when you get over here. Don't go to sleep. Don't be sleeping over here. You'll come over here as a John and you go home as a Janie. So take care, y'all. I really, really appreciate it, man. Beat your life, he says. See, y'all got to go on that weed run. And Frank Ellis says, sounds like the Lorena Bobbitt story. Yeah, but don't come on my channel talking about, oh, it happens everywhere, Calvin. Listen, if that's going to make you feel better, you wake up in the hospital with a mummified dick and telling me, well, Calvin, this happens everywhere, then okay. But we're in the Philippines. Be careful, okay? Watch for this next vlog, guys. I'm trying to help you. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID-free. I'll see you next time. But before I go, I got to play this. My phone is working, by the way, today. Booby said, what's up?
The real Nick Richie. Boots on the ground.
What's up, Jeffrey Taylor, man? Yeah.
Boots on the ground.
I'm going to leave that up there. I want to answer that.
Boots on the ground. The real Nick Richie. Boots on the ground.
Yeah, Jeffrey Taylor, believe it or not, yeah. These guys, they always on my channel talking about, yeah, Calvin, it happens all over the world. Yeah, well, like I said, you wake up with a mummified dick. Dick look like a mummy. And if that makes you feel better, then go ahead. But yeah, Sam Safari said, Miss Calvin's funny. Yeah, until you realize these women over there, they ain't playing, man. Filipinos are jealous. Asian women are jealous, man. They have a reputation for being jealous, but they take it to a whole other level over here. I talked to my girlfriend about this. It happens a lot over here, especially in the province, man. And not only will they cut it off, but they'll flush it down the toilet. They'll put in the garbage. They really, but I ain't going to give it up, man. Look for this next vlog, guys. Thank me later. Yeah, your Johnson off. Yeah, thank you. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Because, see, YouTube, they won't know what that means. But if I put dick, they'll penalize me. Take care, guys. I appreciate y'all.